2017 Nissan GT-R sports car in VR. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpenFed. Today we're driving a 2017 Nissan GT-R in a Nissan GT-R Cup. We're driving at the Dragon Trail Gardens track and we're doing 5 laps. We started 16th of 16 cars and we started with a rolling start. Now this little Nissan GT-R is one awesome little car to drive. It's got lots of power, lots of torque, and it's just really nice to drive. You gotta give it a shot. And I love this track too. You know, the Dragon Trail Gardens track is a really cool track. It's got turns, it's got straight sections, it's got ups and downs, it's got a little bit of everything. Anyhow, we got 15 cars we gotta try and pass. So we're going to have to get on our high horse because these 5 laps are not going to last forever. We're going at such a speed that they don't take long to complete. So we can just catch up to the next guy and see if we can squeeze by him so we can keep advancing into a better position as the race goes on. Now this particular corner coming up right here, they always seem to do a little bit weird stuff like that, like the swaying back and forth when you don't really have to. You can just make a nice sweep around that whole corner without having to jockey your car back and forth from side to side across the track. But I don't know what they're doing, but I'm going to leave them behind me so that they don't accidentally maybe even run into me. Anyhow, as we're coming around the corner here, we are heading into the straight stretch here and the completion of lap number 1. As you can see, we've got a helicopter, a media helicopter over the track, recording the race and delivering the information to the public about who's winning the race, I take it. As we're coming up around the corner, starting our second lap, catching up to a black Nissan right in front of us. We're going to see if we can get by him pretty quickly, because you don't want to stay behind a car too long, because while you're waiting for a moment where you can actually get by him, which is right here, is one of those moments, you don't want to wait any longer than you have to, because the cars in front, the front batch, are getting further and further away. So every time you get by somebody, it's going to take you a little bit longer to catch up to the next guy. And before you know it, 2, 3, 4 laps have gone by. So we can't hang around for any longer than we have to. We need to pass these guys as soon as we can and move up. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning here. Clear blue skies with a few scattered clouds, a little bit of smoky haze from the early morning dew still hanging in the air. But we can see where we're going as we're catching up to this little yellow Nissan right in front of us, coming up to that wiggly corner again. We'll see if these guys are a little bit smoother than the ones we've already passed. See, in this corner here, when they cut it short, if you keep it going nice and steady, you can even speed up a little bit and power around the outside of them. But you got to be careful, because if you do that, you could shoot off the side of the track. So I choose not to do that. We got lots of time still. We're just coming upon the completion of the lap number 2. So we still got 3 laps left to go. However, we don't know how many cars we've got left to pass, because as the OpenFed, you know, he counts the laps, and even that sometimes he gets wrong, but he never counts the cars. It's just a little bit too much. We're too invested, too into the game itself, the race, and I just like to pass the cars as I catch up to them. I try to spread my attack over the full 5 laps rather than try to win it all in the first lap like I used to want to do, and it just doesn't work. So you really have to work on your patience, and if you sit back, relax, catch up to the next guy, get by him, and then slowly catch up to the guy after that. Like I said, use a little bit of patience. It ends up helping you out, because if you've got to pass 15 cars in 5 laps, that's 3 cars per lap. Of course, you've got to take into account for the cars at the front of the pack that are going a little bit faster. So you do have to push yourself a little bit, and we should get past this red Nissan up here pretty quickly because we got to advance, because our third lap is quickly coming to an end as well. Right about, I believe, around this corner, and a little bit more. Our third lap will be done, and we'll only have 2 laps left to go. And I'm not sure, but we can see 2 right here in front of us. And I thought I saw one a little bit further ahead yet. Too sure. Yeah, there's a car in front of that yet. So we still got 3 cars to go. Well, 1 car now that we can see. But I'm sure he's not the lead car, so we still got a little ways to go to finish this race. As we're finishing our 3rd lap here, we're powering around the outside of that white Nissan. We've got 2 laps to go, and we don't see anybody in front of us. And this is what I always try to warn about. You can't hang back too long, because it's a pretty sure thing that I didn't pass 15 cars in 3 laps. So which means that now that we can't see anybody, now we're going to go push it a little bit harder for at least 1 lap to see if there's anybody left in front of us. Because for all we know, we could be the lead car. I don't think we are, but we could be. So we're going to push it a little bit harder, and eventually, oh, well, look at that. Look at that. Way up in the distance, there's a little yellow Nismo, I believe. Little Nissan that we're catching up to now. But he's still a little ways to go. It's going to take a little bit of time to catch him, and we've only got about 1.5 laps, or a little bit less than 1.5 laps left. So we cannot wait around, and we gotta hope now that he's the lead car that just took off on the rest of the pack. Because if there's a car even further ahead of him, we're never going to catch him, because we can't even see him on the track yet. Now around the corner here is a nice straight section, so we should be able to see down the track to see if there's anybody else left, or if the yellow Nissan in front of us is the leader. I don't see anybody. And I believe that the car in front of us is the leading car, and we're number 2. And as we come around the corner, we will be finishing our 4th lap, so we only have 1 lap left to go. Now, there again, I don't see any cars on the track in front of us. Look at that yellow Nissan zip away on us. Holy mackerel. I tell you, we better get moving and get in front of him and get a little bit of distance between him and me, because it doesn't look like he wants to give up just yet. Absolutely gorgeous race. Now, like I said, we got to kind of keep our fingers crossed, hoping that we are the lead car, and we will drive it and push it as hard as we can without going overboard, because we don't want to drive off the track. Because if we do, and that yellow Nissan passes us, well, he would pass us if we drove off the track. So we just got to try and keep it a little clean, push it until the end. Absolutely awesome. What a great race. I love this little GT-R Cup and these Nissans. Every single one of them. I've driven several of the other models too, and they all drive just absolutely awesome. Really love this race, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Until the next time, you've been racing in a 2017 Nissan GT-R with me as your driver, the Overfed.